Trinity. We're back in Proverbs this morning, and we are in Proverbs 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I am happy to read this passage because it is always a passage that makes me smile because I think it's my mom's favorite Bible verse. If not, it was her favorite Bible verse when I was growing up. And it says this: "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. Be not wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord, and turn away from evil. It will be healing to your flesh and refreshment to your bones." As I was reading this passage today, it made me think about a conversation I was having with a friend earlier today. He had a really good question. He was asking about how do we, as Christians, remain open to what God is doing, open in prayer, open to God's direction, when we certainly don't want to lose our focus on the gospel or believe false doctrine or give up on commitments that we should have as Christians. How do we remain open and committed? And I think these verses are very helpful with that. They say, well, you trust in the Lord with all your heart. And don't lean on your own understanding. You don't have to know from the start exactly how it will all go or what the things are in your own understanding that God is going to correct. But you can in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Don't be wise in your own eyes, but fear the Lord, turn away from evil. And you can commit to, well, I'm going to test everything by God's own word. I am going to trust what he says over what I think or feel or want. I'm going to fear him and not myself and not other people. I'm going to turn away from evil when I see it. And it says, it will be healing to your flesh and refreshment to your bones. It can be very exhausting to try to map out everything that's going to happen, to know it in advance, to know exactly what in our understanding is right and wrong and what's going to change and what's going to not, and to try to know it all. And this passage encourages us not to try to know it all, but to know who to trust, to lean on the Lord, to fear him, and in everything you do, acknowledge him. Always go by the path he leads you. And it says, if you approach life this way, it will be healing to your flesh and refreshment to your bones. And that, I think, is wise.